Do you want to hear something funny and potentially a little bit sad? Well, one New Year's Eve a few years ago, I lived out my dream New Year's Eve. I was at home by myself and watched all 3 Dark Knight movies. I was in bed by 10:30. It was the best New Year's Eve I've had in a very long time. Not everyone agreed, however. When I told some people what I did that year, they said that was literally, and I quote, the saddest thing I have ever heard. Didn't you want to go out and party? No. But that did get me thinking. This is a very introverted thing to do. It's a very introverted way to spend New Year's Eve. And not everyone gets it. So what else do introverts do that just don't make sense to other people? I could think of 5 and I thought, hey, let's make a video. Let's see if you agree. Let's see if you would like to change anything or add anything to my list of 5. By the way, number 4 is the one that I am by far the most passionate about. So stay tuned for that. Let's get into it. Now this is going to come as no surprise to anyone. Introverts do love alone time. But I feel the need to clarify something here. Just because we're introverted, it doesn't mean that we hate people. That is not true. Introverts love going out and having fun and doing fun things with their friends. That is just a fact. The difference between introverts and our extroverted counterparts is that an introvert will get tired after socializing where an extrovert will not. Think about it this way. If I'm an introvert, which I am, imagine me with a little battery icon like the one on your phone. When I wake up in the morning, and this is true for all of us introverts, when we wake up, our battery is fully charged and every little social interaction will slowly take some of our battery away until it is empty. If I were an extrovert, however, I would wake up in the morning and my battery will probably be close to empty. But every time I exchange communication or interact with other people, I will slowly fill that battery up. And that is the difference between an introvert and an extrovert. So, that is why alone time is so popular with introverts. It is amazing for us. We love it because we can engage in hobbies and passions and creativity projects and all these things, all the while we are recharging. Because if you make us socialize too much, we will get tired and we will get grumpy. And that is not fun for anyone. Number 2, we like to listen. Now in my 9-to-5 job, I work with 2 extroverted leaders, and these guys are amazing people. I love working with them and I get a lot out of our time together. But I noticed this really interesting trend. Whenever we have meetings, I will spend most of the time listening and they will spend most of the time talking. And now that's not a bad thing actually. I kind of like it and I think they kind of like it too. And some people think you might think to yourself, it's probably because you're a bit shy or a bit timid, which is not the case at all. I will absolutely add my voice or my opinion when I think it will add value to the meeting. But it's just an interesting thing that I've noticed. Introverted people do typically like to listen, which I think is a very good thing. A lot of people do not feel heard. So when they meet someone who is a good listener, they are absolutely drawn to that. Now sure, you might get that person who might try and steamroll over you and just talk and never stop. Or you might get that other person who might call you timid or shy or whatever the case is. But for the most part, people are really drawn to someone who is a good listener. Gentlemen, write that down. You'll thank me later. Now before we move on to number 3, I just want to point out something. You probably noticed, or if you haven't already, you will. We are not a big channel. At the time of filming this, we had 67 subscribers. Those subscribers are amazing and we consider ourselves a tight-knit community. So if you're enjoying this video so far and you would like to see more, we would love to have you as part of this exclusive VIP club. So please hit the like and the subscribe button. It would be amazing. But anyway, let's move on. Number 3. Now, I don't always get excited when plans are cancelled. However, very often there is a small part of me that is jumping for joy when plans are cancelled. Because now I don't have to leave the comfort of my own home. As I said before, and as you already know, socializing can be exhausting for introverted people. So if you do have an introverted buddy who seems a little bit too excited when you cannot catch up for coffee, please don't take it personally. It is not you, it is us. That brings us to number 4. This one gets my goat. People who respond to a text message by phoning back. Why do you do this? I used to have this buddy who was possibly the most extroverted person I have ever met in my entire life. And he did this to me all the time. It used to drive me mad. I would send him the most basic text message like, hey man, what time is that thing tonight? And 30 seconds later, my phone was bzz, bzz, as he's phoning to respond to me. Why? And I would just sit there staring at it, questioning my life, thinking, why is this happening? And sometimes I would just literally watch my phone ring until it would stop ringing. But the problem is, if I didn't pick up the phone, he would call straight back. He wouldn't leave a message, he would phone me straight back until I answered the phone. So then we had to engage in this 5-minute back and forth of small talk and pleasantries before he answered my question. Oh my word, it used to drive me crazy. And one day I said to him, I said, dude, why don't you just respond to my text with a text? Like, wouldn't that be so much easier? And his response was, no, it's so much easier to call. To respond to my text would have taken him 10 seconds, but we're on the phone for 15 minutes chit-chatting. I don't know, I don't understand why people do this. Extroverts, if you're watching this and you have an introverted friend or an introverted loved one, if you care about that person at all, please stop doing this. We cannot take it anymore. We beg you. And that brings us to number 5, our final one on the list, and that is generally we prefer working out alone. Now I personally do have one exception to this rule, and that is I do genuinely prefer working out with my wife than working out by myself. We do have a lot of fun, we have a lot of banter, and I feel that when I'm with her I can push myself a lot more and I do get a lot more out of my sessions. And we've been working out together ever since we've been married, which has been incredible for us. However, before I was lucky enough to be married to my lifelong gym partner, if I could choose between working out with a friend or working out by myself, I would always lean to working out by myself. I don't know what it was. I think I could just kind of put my headphones on, kind of tune out the world, have my beats, get focused, do my thing, and feel really, really great. I think I just really kind of liked that experience. I found that when I was with someone, you know, they wanted to chit chat, I couldn't have my music on, that was a bit rude, and you know, I'd still get a lot out of the session. I just found it was just, I was able to focus a lot more when I was by myself, and I didn't have that, you know, that thing when someone's watching you and then all of a sudden you can't do the thing as well as you normally do when you're by yourself. You get that as well. I don't know if that's something that you can relate to, but it's definitely something that would happen to me. But anyway guys, that's my 5. What do you think? Do you agree with the 5? Do you disagree with some of them? Would you like to add anything to that list of 5 things that only introverts will understand and relate to? I would love to hear from you. Please share your thoughts and feelings in the comments, and I will definitely do my very best to respond to all of you if that is what you decide. But guys, too, please, if you want to subscribe to our channel, we would love to have you. We do post regular videos on our channel for highly sensitive people and introverts. So if that's something that's interesting to you, this is the channel for you. But as usual, I really appreciate your time today. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one.